Welcome to the Wellness Biz Academy, where we turn passionate practitioners into profitable practice owners. I'm Duffill, corporate business strategist and naturopath, showing you how to build a thriving practice with simple, proven systems that work. Let's create the practice that you long to have, because it's time to start living your passion and growing your practice. Hi everyone, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here again for the next episode of our podcast. Today, I'm going to talk about a topic, and it's something that has come up again and again in the last few weeks within both my free community group and my mastermind. And it is the concept that I call your knowledge bubble. So today we are going to be talking about that. Remember, today, it's all about stepping outside of your knowledge bubble and finding new ways to supercharge the growth of your business. So far, I know that you have brought your business to life using everything in your toolkit. You've used all of your skills, your passion, your determination. But what happens when your personal knowledge reservoir starts running a little bit low? If you have done all you can and you've done all you know how to do to get your business to where it is now, how do you move beyond that? If you want more clients on the books, if you want to make more money in your business, but you've already activated everything you know how to do, then how are you going to get those clients? How are you going to make more money? So today, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about the importance of seeking knowledge and integrating knowledge that's outside of your own knowledge bubble, because that's the only way you can break through any of those ceilings and plateaus that you have in your business. So friends, let's get started. First of all, let's talk about the knowledge bubble. And I talk about this quite a lot with the people that I work with. It's something that I've used to describe a situation that we have as an entrepreneur. And it describes the information, the skills, the knowledge that we carry within us. As heart-centered business owners, we begin as an extension of ourselves, of an extension of our passion, of our purpose, of a desire to help. And we blend into that our values, our ethics, our expertise, our training, our experiences. And we use that to attract amazing clients, to provide them with great transformational experiences, to give them immense value. And you do all of this while maintaining your business, maintaining an authentic brand. Generally, when businesses come into being, it's a really interesting cycle. When you launch your business, regardless of what you've done in terms of planning a business strategy, most businesses seem to hit a wave of growth. They open their doors and we have this increase. We have some clients coming in the door. Things seem to be going quite well. And I call that riding the initial wave. That seems to happen organically in most businesses. We ride that wave. That wave can last anywhere from 3 months to about a year, in my experience. Then it plateaus and then it falls. And if we don't have the business and the marketing skills to prop it up, it keeps falling until our business fails. So you need to get those business and marketing skills to get you past that exciting wave of initial growth into long-term sustainable growth. There will come a time where what you know, as amazing as it is not going to be enough to propel you forward to the next level. There's also limits, because this, friends, is a solo journey. You're a solo business owner and you're setting out to make huge change in the world. Your knowledge bubble, as I call it, has been driving your business. But you will get to a point where it can actually become a constraint. It can be holding you back. While you're continuing to rely solely on your own personal insights, the free information that you find online, the things that you've asked in community groups or from your friends, it can actually be holding you back. It can limit your ability to innovate. It can limit your ability to scale your business. It can limit your ability to be creative. Because let's remember, you don't know what you don't know. You've used everything you know so far to get where you are. To move beyond that, you need a new pool of information. You need new knowledge. You need new experiences. You need specialized expertise. You need to be able to tap into other things that can give you new learnings that you can adapt to your business so you can continue to grow. A pivotal part of growing your business, and even as a heart-centered entrepreneur, is understanding where our weaknesses lie. Every business, big or small, does a SWOT analysis, don't they? Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. We need to be really honest about what's our weaknesses and what's our threats. And often as a solo entrepreneur, our weaknesses are that we try to do everything, that we don't outsource soon enough, that we don't have the knowledge to do everything in our businesses that we need to do. And those things can really hinder your results. So whether it is mastering SEO, creating the right messaging, leveraging evergreen products, creating content consistently, finding new lead generation ways to fill your books fast, this might not all be knowledge that you have, but believe me, you don't have to figure it out on your own. There are so many people out there who know this stuff that you could be going to for help. So there's so many options you can be going to be able to grow your knowledge bubble. Your knowledge bubble does not have to stay the size that it is. As you learn and grow, your knowledge bubble becomes bigger. And it grows with you and it gives you new learnings and new experiences. So you'll find it really beneficial the more you can step out and learn from others. I also think it's really important to find ways to learn from our peers, because I think when you engage with a community of like-minded business owners, you get such a fresh perspective and you get ways to challenge your thinking and to look differently. A great example of this actually is in my mastermind. My current mastermind cohort right now is about 2 months through. And one of the mindset issues that was coming up in the very beginning when I was first meeting people and bringing them into the mastermind was a mindset around competitiveness. And I can't share my niche because someone might steal it. I can't talk about my offers. What if someone copies them? And we've done a lot of work on growing our mindset and developing that to move beyond that, because we know that if we have a really clear niche, we have a really clear focus, that we just have to put our blinkers on, stay in our lane and be us. And there actually is no such thing as competitiveness in my mind, because no one is you. Someone is going to prefer you. Someone is going to prefer someone else, even if you have exactly the same niche. So it's interesting to watch my mastermind crew and how they've all been able to drop those fears around competitiveness as they've worked on their mindset. Really interesting perspective change, and such a beneficial one too. One of the things that's really key though, if you do want to start to step outside that knowledge bubble or grow your knowledge bubble, is guidance and advice. You need tailored advice, step-by-step processes, frameworks, all those really detailed but simple step-by-step strategies from someone who's already walked the walk. There is nothing better than learning from someone who's already been there. I know a lot of people in my world here, we're therapists, practitioners, we're coaches, all of those realms where you're healing and helping. And I know a lot of you walk that journey because that health journey was once yours. Oftentimes, our ideal client is actually a version of who we used to be. So I know that a lot of you have experienced the problems, conditions, and issues that you actually now help people with, which is amazing. The same can be said from learning marketing and business skills, because getting tailored advice from someone who's been there is so different to trying to work it out on your own from a book or from a course or from a program. So picking the right people, the right knowledge, the right experiences to be able to help you can grow your knowledge bubble faster. The faster you can grow your knowledge bubble, the faster you can grow your business. And doesn't that sound like a good thing? No more worries about client numbers, no more concern over inconsistent revenue. Let's just get the business pumping and be happy and satisfied with the thriving business that you now have. Now, once you've got all of this knowledge from all these different places that we just talked about, knowledge is one thing, but if you don't activate that knowledge, it's absolutely useless. It doesn't do anything for you. So what's really important is we need to learn what we need to know. We need to implement those things, and then we have to track the results and see what's actually happening. So getting knowledge alone just isn't enough. The magic is in the implementation. It's about taking consistent strategic action. It's about doing it in a structured, regular format so you can start to see results. It's interesting. This brings to mind a client call that I had just today, actually, before recording this session. She's somebody that I've worked with for a while. She's an amazing health practitioner. And we've been working on her marketing and generating more clients. And one of the ways we've been doing this is through email marketing campaigns, getting regular and consistent with the email marketing that she's sending to her list. And after being regular and consistent for a number of weeks, and in those first weeks feeling like it's not getting anywhere, but she kept going, she reported to me today that she's now built her list to a 50% open rate, which is amazing. Industry standard is about 25 to 30%, so she's almost doubling that. And she reactivated 6 clients who she hasn't seen for a long time, people that have stopped coming to the clinic, but because she's emailing regularly now, they've remembered and gone, gee, I really should go back and get back on my health journey. So it might take a little bit of time, but it does work. You've got to turn that knowledge into action. You've got to take the steps to make it happen. When you're looking at expanding beyond your own knowledge bubble, I want to be really clear here. It's not about devaluing what you know or what you achieved. It's about accepting that business growth is a continual process and it's a continual learning process. There's something that comes from being a business owner that gets us very emotionally tied to our businesses. If we were working in someone else's business, we could probably sit there and do a SWOT analysis for that brand or that business, and we could talk about the strengths, the weaknesses, the opportunities, the threats. It wouldn't bother us talking about the weaknesses of that business. But when we have to turn the mirror on ourselves and talk about the weaknesses in our own business and the threats in our own business, it can feel really off-putting. And I think it's because so much of our heart, our soul, our identity is wrapped up in the business. So it's really important when you're looking at this to pop your CEO hat on, make some decisions from a CEO perspective. It's about accepting that your business needs to grow. And as great as you are, you don't know every single piece of that puzzle. No one does. No one does. You've used what you know and you've built a foundation, you've started, you opened the doors, you've had some clients. My friend, that proves a concept. If someone's bought from you, that's a proven concept and we can grow from there. But what you need to do now is look at that knowledge bubble that you have and build it with the knowledge that's missing. And for most of you in my audience, and I know the type of realms and industries you work in, the thing that you are missing is business and marketing education. So it's really important that you find ways to fill that knowledge bubble, plug the gaps, and get some help to move forward. When you can find the right areas of support for your business to learn what you need to know, you can harness all that amazing collective wisdom. You can align it with your business. You can align it with your authentic values. And you can transform not just your business, but the impact that you make on the lives of your clients. As you grow and scale your business, you'll be able to help more people. You'll make a bigger impact. And isn't that the point? That's why you started your business in the first place, isn't it? So as we wrap up this episode, I really want to encourage you to take a moment right now to think about your business. I want you to think about where you feel stuck in business. Where do you feel unsure? What is stopping you from moving forward? Think about that for me. These things that you're thinking about, the things that you're feeling stuck or unsure about, they're actually the signposts of the things that you need to explore as new sources of knowledge, new sources of information. It might be that you find you're lacking skills in marketing. It might be that you lack skills in bookkeeping. It might be that you need to learn how to write a business strategy. Whatever it is, I guarantee you there's someone out there to help. And for a lot of it, I'm here. I can help you with it. Apart from the accounting one, I can point you to some great accountants, but that's not my field. But it's what I do. It's what I love to do and help you put all those pieces together, because business is great, but business is like a jigsaw puzzle that has a lot of different pieces and they all fit together in different ways. And the key is finding the right way to put them together for your business so you end up with a completed, beautiful puzzle. So if you are looking at growing your heart-centered business, check out the show notes below or come onto my website at cassduffill.com. You'll find some free guides, you'll find some information there, but you'll also find that right now I want to remind you all too that I've got a great new resource on my website that you can access now. It's called The 5 Steps to Master Your Message, and it's a free video training in short snippet videos that's going to help you master your message. Before we go today, I'd like to give you a quick invite to come and check out my mastermind. My mastermind is the Elevation Code, and I have decided to do a sneaky, and I've opened up the doors for 5 days only. We close on Friday. I'm only taking a small amount of entrepreneurs, so not everyone's going to get to come in, but I've got some great bonuses and I've got an extra special rate for end of financial year. So get the link in the show notes and come and take a look at that. Thank you all though for tuning in. It's been so nice to have you here. And remember, when you grow your business with heart, and you can bring in that collective intelligence of the people around you and support yourself with amazing entrepreneurs, you really can create a business that thrives, but also that helps you thrive. You don't have to build a business that burns you out. There are other options, and that's what I teach my clients every single day. So friend, until next time, thanks for being here. Keep building your businesses, keep working towards those dreams and those goals, and keep making a difference in the lives of the people that you're helping. So great to have you here, and I will see you on the next episode. Thank you for listening to the Wellness Business Academy podcast with me, Cass Duffill. If you are interested in growing your practice, come get my free guide, The Practice Success Toolkit, at cassduffill.com or grab it in the show notes. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time.